Hi everyone, I'm Irene and this is my daughter Dominique, and today we are going to be sharing with you our experience on our elephant excursion when we were in Thailand. So first of all, I think that it's important to mention that the reason why we chose this excursion specifically was because we wanted to engage with the elephants, but we wanted to make sure that the place that we were going to be interacting with them wasn't mistreating them. Because I don't know how you heard about it, but when I was looking up whether or not we needed vaccines to travel to Thailand, I noticed on one of the pages, I want to say it was the government page, anyway, one of the pages that talks to you about immunizations, they highly recommend that people don't do the elephant trekking because I think those companies are specifically known to mistreat the elephants. So, but you also heard about it, right?
Well, yeah, there was some reason why it's not good to ride them because of the training methods that they're using in order for the elephant to allow you to ride them. So I'm not sure how exactly they make them train in a certain way, which is why they don't like when the whole riding thing, because whenever people post about them being on them, then it's like this huge social media thing where people are bashing you because you're mistreating the elephant. So yeah, I don't know all the details of of how they train them, but that's why we chose to, or my mom chose for us to do the elephant sanctuary, because they're supposed to be like taking care of them. And so yeah, we got to walk around with them, feed them, and bathe them.
Which I really liked. So the other thing with the elephant caring is that it seemed like there were a lot of places that had these brochures on like the excursion, and it seemed like they were different companies because all of the brochures had something slightly different about them. So I'm not sure how many different agencies do these type of excursions, but when we were going to one of the temples, we saw some elephants chained up so that
it was really sad, and they were like in the sun too. Like the little baby was just like in the sun, and he had like a little shackle around his foot.
I know, it was really sad.
And he didn't like, and animals have feelings. I mean, everybody has their own different like opinion on that, but I genuinely feel like that they do, even though they don't express it the same way that humans do. But I could just tell like that baby elephant was not happy. Like its eyes were droopy, and it was just like, it wasn't as playful as the one that we saw. Like as soon as I let him out, he was, you know, like interacting like with us, with his trunk, and he wanted to see like the snacks we had. And
they just had him in like a little wooden enclosure. It wasn't even as sturdy as like a fence because it was
it was just like wood piled up, and and the baby elephant could easily go under it if it like wanted to. But it's so cute, it just doesn't.
And the big elephants, I'm sure, could just knock that fence right over if they wanted really to get away. Right. So anyway, we liked that they didn't have them chained up. But before we even did that, there was an option to reserve your excursion online. So if you just Google elephant sanctuaries, then you're gonna have some options that you can make reservations. But I didn't find any information ahead of time on pricing, whether it's less if you make your reservation there versus if you do it online. So that's why I chose not to do the reservation online, and I'm really glad I didn't, because when we got there it was almost half off of what the online price is listed as, which was the same price listed on their brochure. So as soon as we went to this like stand that had all these brochures, because as you're walking around and seeing all these souvenir shops, you're gonna see these, I don't think they're technically travel agencies, but they sell these excursions and a lot of different
pretty cool
types of excursions. But we were looking for this one specifically, and as soon as we went over there to talk to the person about the excursion, then he let us know right away that there was a discount after he learned what kind of elephant excursion we wanted, because he wanted to know if it was just caring for the elephants or if we wanted to ride them. So
I guess he asked multiple times just to make sure that we knew what we were paying for.
Right.
He said it over and over and over again just to make sure, because I guess that certain people, when they want to do the riding and they don't get taken to that, they get very upset.
So just so that you know what to expect if you choose type of excursion like this, that's either elephant sanctuary or elephant carrying. I think they also have like elephant retirement or something, some type of thing where the elephants, I think, are rescued for some of those other places that
Which is awesome.
They weren't treated well, and then they just get to be taken care of. And so that was specifically what we were interested in. And so what's included is that they pick you up wherever you're staying. So it's round trip transportation. And then, like you mentioned, you get to walk around with the elephants.
Yeah, you go on like this little mini hike thing, and then you get to make their food, and then you get to feed them the food, and then you get to bathe them. But actually, when we first got there, before we got to walk with them, we got bags of sugarcane, and then as you're walking with them, you can like feed them the sugarcane. I thought it was so cute because they like literally eat it, you know, just suck on it and then spit it out.
I thought that was cute too. And then we also got to make them like some banana
and grain.
Yeah, banana and grain mixture, and then you just mix it all together and create some little balls and then feed that to them. So that was fun. And another important thing to know is that there are no changing rooms, and we didn't see any porta potties. So you want to make sure that you don't drink a bunch of coffee or anything right before this excursion, because you might not have any accommodations. And like I said, there's a lot of different places that are listed, so you might actually book somewhere that has these accommodations that I mentioned. This one doesn't, but just in case, just prepare that whatever you wear, you want to make sure you can get wet, and there isn't anywhere to lock up your belongings, so you don't want to bring anything that you wouldn't want just left out while you're bathing the elephants.
Yeah, because I just had my waterproof pack for my phone, and then I slipped in just 100 baht in case I saw souvenirs, because I was kind of expecting like a more grander setup. So I mean, I still had a good time, like I don't care about that kind of stuff, but I just didn't know what to expect. So I was like, what if I want something? So in there I just put that, and that just stayed around my neck the whole time. And that was all I brought. And then it was fine. The guy did come around with some souvenirs, and one of the guys next to us, because we were all in this like canopy bench thing, because there was quite a few of us, and it almost looked like some of the jewelry was made out of the ivory. And so then the guy was like, is this made out of ivory? He was like from like Australia or something. And then the guy was like, no, it's, I don't know what he said it was made out of, but the guy was like, oh, okay, just making sure, because I was gonna be really upset. And then it was just like awkward, and I was like, so how much for that one? And then he was like 1,000 baht. And then everyone at the table like looked at me, and I was like I was like, so no thanks. A little too expensive.
And then the other thing is that for a snack, I guess, they gave us a small bottle of water, like one of those really small ones, and then some pineapple and
a towelette.
Oh, right. And then a little coconut. So for the coconut water, which I generally don't like coconut water, but this one was really sweet. It was good.
I don't like coconut water, but I felt bad because like he handed it to me, so I feel like I need to try and drink it, because like he cut it especially for me.
And you tried
like,
it
all of
and
us,
you
obviously.
still didn't like it? Oh, I really like it.
I don't like it. Yeah. Like at the beach, I bought one just to take a picture with it and gave it to my dad because he likes them.
And then the other thing, I don't know, did I already mention this? That you need to make sure that you allow at least 3 hours for this excursion, including the transportation, because it seemed like with everything that we did, taking pictures and walking and bathing them and making the food and everything, with the back and forth, it seemed like it was about 3 hours, maybe 2.5.
It didn't seem long to me. It felt actually like it was going by really fast. And the lady did take a moment to like give us like facts about elephants.
Oh, right. Yes, she did.
Which I thought was funny, because they weren't like, I thought it was cute that they were trying to like have like an educational piece, but they were very like basic facts that I feel like common knowledge that you would just know. But maybe people who don't have that common knowledge based on like where they're from, maybe they don't know.
Well, I thought what was interesting about that
actually,
was
the African and Asian. Yeah, I didn't know that. The African
difference.
just have the smooth head, and then the Asian have like the 2 humps on their head.
Yeah, so I did think that was a really
I
good
didn't
touch.
know that.
I thought it was really
When
cute
the
though.
elephant, the face of their trunk is different.
Yeah, that little part that has the 2 little holes.
Yeah, she was really animated too. I thought it was funny.
Right, that's what I thought was really cute, was how excited she was to share this information with us. Yeah, she was really getting into it. I thought it was overall a really good experience, and I think that we were both really glad that we got the opportunity to do that, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can't do that in the U.S. You can't go up and just hang out with elephants because, I mean, they could squish you. So
I know, which I thought was really cute because it seemed like they were being careful not to hurt us or get too close to us or anything like that. Like
I know, because
kind of
they're
watching.
huge, so I was getting nervous, like, to get in its way or to, like, be in front of it. So I was trying to make sure that I was always next to it so I could see where like, the elephant was going. Because I've, heard things where, like, they accidentally fall or they accidentally sit on you and they don't mean to.
Yeah, so fortunately none of those things happened. Oh, and the other cute thing when
Oh yeah,
it was time-
they wait for you to go first.
right.
So I was wondering why he wasn't going until I started walking. Then he started going, and I was like, oh, he wants me to move. Their mouths when they open them are really weird. It just looks like a pocket of gums.
All right.
Like I was looking, I was like, that's so weird. Like there's no that has any teeth in it, just like gummy. But I was getting like so afraid, like when he would tell the elephant to put its trunk up. Like if it was gonna hit me when it comes back down or what's happening. So I was like trying to pose for a picture, but I was really scared that it was like gonna accidentally hit me or something because that thing's like really big. Like it's really like strong,
It was a good experience. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and I hope this information was helpful for you. And I really hope that you get a chance to go to Thailand and do this excursion yourself. If you have already been there, then please let us know if you've already tried this and what your experience was. And if you're planning on going there, we would like to know that too, where you're planning on staying. We happen to be staying on Phuket. Please like and subscribe and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks, bye.